Okay, Jackie, this is Steve. I would like to shoot a little video for you to help you with your niche research as a thank you token for being such a great fan as you are. So, I have already used my Market Samurai software to search for the fight depression keyword, key phrase, on Google search keyword, and I have generated a lot of keywords here, which, as you can see, were previously already pruned a little bit, and I have a very big list for you here, but we shall filter it a little bit more in order for you to have higher chances for great rankings. So, starting with these keywords that I have gathered here for you, we shall go to analyze them in the software, and to have the complete list as it was in the beginning, I will show you how it was looking first. Something like this. And we had a total of 199 active key phrases, more or less long-tailed, around the fight session initial key phrase, initial seed key phrase. Now the first thing we want to do is to take out from these key phrases those that don't have enough searches per day to represent anything interesting for your future traffic. So we have here a column called searches, which is the total number of searches per day for that particular keyword, and then we have the second column, SEOT, here, that says how many clicks you could expect to get from Google search on one day if your website will show for that particular key phrase on #1 on Google search results. So we shall stick with this because it's not so interesting how much traffic it's altogether if you are not there to get it. You know, if you are on the third or fourth page, it's not so important. So for that, we shall say, for instance, initially I started with 20, but I came to the conclusion that 50 searches, 50 clicks per day for your website would be far better to have some traffic. So refreshing the filters, you see that from 199 we now have only 128 key phrases that remain, 74 being filtered because they had traffic lower than the figures that we have chosen. Then we have to work a little bit around the competition that we'll encounter for the key phrases that you will want to rank for. So here on this column, SEOC, you have the total number of pages that Google shows that in case you run a search on Google for each of these key phrases. Yeah, for instance, for fighting depression, you will find 56,900 total number of pages. On the SEOTC, the next column, there are the number of pages that are SEO tweaked to rank higher in Google. So the webmasters running those websites worked a little bit for them to rank higher, like using the targeted keywords or key phrases in their on-page SEO efforts, like putting them in H1 tags and in a title and such. So these normally these are lesser numbers than the first ones, but because of the combination of keywords that may come, sometimes these are even higher than the first ones. Therefore, the third column here is a ratio expressed in percents that will show you how many of the total number of pages are tweaked for that particular key phrase. Therefore, we're looking actually for websites for key phrases that will have as lower a percentage here as possible. Like for instance this one, which says 0%, how to fight depression. If you have a page and you type the keyword how to fight depression, and you can, for instance, say find a domain with these particular key phrase that you can buy it, and then you can tweak your page to show this in the page's title and in the h1 and such, you will have very few competitors, like 518 pages totally on the internet that are tweaked like that, out of a total number of 194 pages that have how to fight depression key phrase inside them. So it will be very easy to overrank the existing 518 pages with a little bit of an effort, not so much. But on the other hand, if we find here things like that, 219%, or like this one, 605%, these are key phrases that you don't want to touch, yeah, because they will be very high to outrank. Therefore, we will simply go here. We will put here maximum of 50%, like only half of the pages that are totally on the internet should be tweaked for a particular key phrase. Refresh the filters, you see we have remained with only 78 active key phrases, and we can even prune this even more because now, even if the completion is as a ratio very low, but if the key phrase is not so long-tailed, there are still very many pages on the internet for that particular keyword, like this one with 1,240,000. It could be still difficult to rank for them because of the sheer numbers of those. So what we want to here is find some key phrases that will have here an SEOTC value, I mean total number of pages tweaked for that particular key phrase as low as possible. So for instance, normally I should use something like 30%, but as these here seem to be not so highly competition, all of them, we can use even a less value, like for instance say 20,000. Okay, so refreshing this, we will remain with only 33 active keywords that you can try to rank for, and for some of them we can even take them out altogether because there is a trend here. There are maybe actually here might be an error for the data pulled from Google, because all the other ones, as you can see, have quite consistent trends showing that people looking for them. So putting them in order from the highest traffic lowest, you will notice here that you will have a few very good keywords to think about and to try to wrap your websites around them, like panic attacks causes and such. Symptoms of panic attacks, you can see here some of them will be very easy to rank for. So now what I'm gonna do is export these results in a CSV file for you. You can load it with your Excel or whatever other software you can use, and you can play with them in your spreadsheet to arrange them as you wish furthermore. Hope you enjoyed it.